Krishna Prasad joins us now, Chairman and Managing Director of Granules India. Mr. Prasad, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Now, numbers are good. I've looked at the fine print. I've looked at some brokerage reports. Numbers are good. My first question is that the environment is challenging for just about every major pharma company, both generic and non-generic. Yet you are growing. So, whereas the street is impressed, but equally they are curious to understand that why are you going against the industry and what have you done which is prompting this kind of growth?
Okay, let me go back in history. We have always been a company which has differentiated ourselves. We have gone on the least trodden path, and of course our growth was slow, but during all this period, like 30 years, we built up a very strong foundation and a different business model. We concentrate on doing few things, and whatever we do, we strive to be the best at them, and also try to get a huge world market share. In most of the products we do, some products we have 25% of the world market share, some products we have 50 to 60% of US market share in formulations. So whatever we do is good. We are integrated. We are integrated right from APIs to finished dosages, and there's a lot of innovation in the way we work. This basically is the reason why we, and another reason is basically compliance. We built our regulatory compliance over the past 30 years, and the compliance goes into the DNA of our company. It starts from a very young age. We recruit people who don't have anything to unlearn. We take raw people, 12th class people, and we train them well. We train them on GMP. We work on their attitude, and we also put them to college. Many of our trainees today are finishing their BSc degrees. So it's a totally different approach we follow, and this has started paying dividends. It took a long time, but we see the results coming in today.
The gross margins have also improved due to increased revenues from the US subsidiary. Do you think contribution there will continue to increase?
Yes, definitely. There will be a few ups and downs quarter on quarter, but overall going forward, the growth of the company is going to be driven by a few ANDAs which are filed here, again differentiated ANDAs, and mainly from the US. US we have almost like 19 ANDAs pending approval, and as these approvals keep coming in, and of course these are also differentiated products in different areas. Everybody calls them niche, but we have a different a definition for niche. Yeah, definitely the growth is going to come from the US. US filings, I would say.
Sure. All right. Does the company also continue to maintain its guidance of 20% revenue growth and 25% earnings growth over the next 3 years?
Yes, definitely. We think we are sure we are going to get the 20% top line. But top line today for us is not that important. Bottom line, 25% CAGR is definitely which we will continue to stand by and possibly improve on it.
Indian exporters, including IT and pharma, they've had a tailwind called currency. Indian currency in last 10 years has gone down by 55-60%. What are your assumptions? I mean, currency, we may not have a,
yes.
We may like it, we may not like it, but ultimately plays a very large role. If rupee does not maintain its pace of depreciation, what it has done in last 10 years, then what happens to profitability, margins, realizations?
Profitability margins may come down marginally, but not drastically. Even if there's a big swing in the currency, some of our customers with contracts are all based on currency fluctuations and also some key raw material fluctuations. So that's been another area we differentiated ourselves. We never tried to take the upside. We always were sharing our profit or losses along with the customers, and this has helped us. And I don't see any major impact even if the rupee appreciates.
Whom would you say is your nearest competitor?
That's a question I've been asked by many people, and I never found an answer for that for myself. Each product we may have a different competitor, but there's no company which has a business model like we do, And there's no company which makes PFIs like we do. PFIs still contribute a big part of our business. And product-wise, yes, there are competitors, but as a business model, I don't see anybody who does what we do.
Net debt reduced as well, and net
We
debt.
don't treat ourselves as a pharmaceutical company.
Sure, sure. Go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry?
And I was just allowing you to complete that point.
Yeah, okay. We don't treat ourselves as a pharmaceutical company. We treat ourselves as a manufacturing company, and everything is driven by manufacturing efficiencies. So the pharmaceutical mindset is a little different. We have the mindset of a pharmaceutical compliance, but mindset of a efficient manufacturing company.
We've seen what could be called as a big disruption in the generic market, both in terms of price and the benchmark of manufacturing. I mean, 2010, I don't want to use this word, but just for the benefit of our viewers, the Chaltad attitude in pharma sector had kicked in. Approvals were easy, business was coming. In last 10 years, the US FDA has clamped down and generic prices have got dislocated. Where do you see trends in pricing and manufacturing moving in the generic space now?
Yes, in the past there were decent margins in the generic industry. Competition was less, approvals were taking longer time, and also the compliance was not as good as it is today. Companies have realized that they have to be compliant, and it's only a matter of time. People are improving at a tremendous pace. And the compliance levels will drastically increase. I don't see compliance as a huge issue going forward for many pharmaceutical companies. So the Chalta Hai attitude is going away. But coming back to price pressure, now there is a limit to which the distributors or the markets can drive anybody to. For granules especially, we were always used to making margins where products where there were no margins at all, and we tried to squeeze out margins. In very common products like metformin, paracetamol, and ibuprofen, we were able to squeeze out margins, EBITDAs of 20, above of 20% all these years, except for the blip last year due to other reasons. So we are used to that sort of thing, and also pharmaceutical companies are getting used to becoming more efficient, and the distributors have realized they cannot drive down prices anymore. People are exiting products. If there's any price pressure, people are saying, why should I make this product? Let me make something else. And then there's a shortage in the market and the prices go up. So this is helping, and I think the prices have stabilized and are stabilizing further.